way. Don't like always.
Remember your emotions like getting into Boreen.
But, I kind of joked around. I would prefer not have any emotion questions. It's the hockey, but unreal atmosphere. It was so cool. I talked a little bit about before the game of what this was going to look like and encourage you people to lean into this experience. Close your eyes, smell the smell, listening to the sounds, just take it all in because you only get one opportunity like that. So we start a franchise. It goes through the opening night, how special that was to be around. So thought our group did a great job right from the hop and managing emotions and playing well and hopefully enjoying the experience all the way around. It's something they remember for the rest of their lives.
Maya Smith from the Ice Garden. We just talked to a few of your players. Abby said that kind of your message to the team when they're playing from behind was just kind of like, no panic, get back in this. Is that kind of what you wanted to kind of give to them when they were playing behind?
I know that we have a talented crew, so it's playing from behind is not going to be a huge thing for either way. Feel like we can't come back and score because that this group has talent, has ability. We should be all with the puck in the net, so there was no reason to panic. Some of the things that went wrong were things that we can easily clean up, and was kind of first game, not being as structured and as disciplined and matching pucks as well as we would like. But overall, it doesn't take people long to see we could skate. Yeah, we can get after people in transition, and so there's no reason to feel way, shape, or form that we are out of that.
Sabi and Pamia, Vancouver Goldeneyes in this game had more shots on goal than Abby Boreen. What did you like about her ability to generate offense?
So one of the things that's cool about this opportunity for me is that just the history of some of these players. So I've seen Abby Boreen since she was playing at Hill Murray as a high school player and recruiting her. And that was one of the first things I said. I absolutely love your game. You compete so hard, you battle, you play with great energy. Super excited to coach you. Would have been more fun if you went to North Dakota with me instead of Minnesota, but she's a special player. That's just one of many that we have that are they're just fun to be around.
On the overtime game winner, saw some very good puck pursuit from Bessel. What did you see from her in that moment to create that turnover?
Well, the funny thing for me was those two are teammates on the Czech national team. So Vanisova, as soon as she saw it was Tetralova, really turned it up a gear, and that became a little bit of a personal battle, I think. And so that was pretty awesome for her. And could get super talented. Not surprised she may play in that moment.
Okay. I'm wondering, were you able to look up in the crowd, notice all even nice jerseys for you guys? Fans really showed off and supported it. It's really decked out the
I allowed myself a little bit of time when we were going through the, a ceremonial puck drop and the introduction of players. But the reality is, once the puck dropped, I was doing my job. It doesn't matter if there's 20,000 or there's 500. Be good about matchups, players, communicate well for the bench and line changes. And so I kind of just sunk back into routine at that point. So. But it was very special in the beginning to allow myself to kind of look around and see the impact that our players have had already in the community and in this area and how they've already been embraced. That was super special.
How look like? Oh, for free? How do you get that going?
Well, a few practices probably wouldn't kill us, and we really had two before. Not to mention, that's the hard part. You've got a couple practices, but you don't fully understand the outside things that were happening as well. So it's not like that was just pure practice and that's all they're doing. There's media, there's all these other things, there's documentaries. So I thought our group did great under the circumstances of what these last few days have looked like coming out of training camp to play a game and play at that level. Lots to work on still, but you have to be encouraged overall about how we managed a lot of that stuff. So the power play will get theirs.
I was just curious, what is your main takeaway from the girls' skate and our made up things to improve on, where things that they did really well? Or
Well, really well. When we manage pucks and we played with speed and pace, that we're lethal at transition. We can go. When we got pucks deep, like I talked about earlier, we can grind and possess pucks and be hard to play against down low as well. So super excited by those things. And when we got loose, Nashville's really good, and we were loose way too often. I joked around. I think we gave up more odd man rushes in this game that I would give up in a month or two in college hockey. So that will improve.
Brian, you mentioned your goaltender. What did you think of Mashmeyer's play tonight?
What I would come to expect from a veteran player that's experienced internationally and in this league. She was steady. She was consistent. Goaltender is one of those positions where the team kind of feeds off it, like a quarterback or a starting pitcher. When they're confident, they're playing well, everybody knows it, And so she gave us that tonight, and that's why she is who she is.
We know that you want your defenders jumping up in the play. It seemed like maybe sometimes they were jumping a little too early and maybe leaving some players open down low. But then again, Hunter Thompson gets the game-tying goal right at front of the net. Did you like what you saw from how your defenders joined the rush? Are there some adjustments that you can make going forward?
Yeah, adjustments 100%. We have to be a little bit better of when to go, when not to go, and picking our spots. A lot of things that we created against ourselves. It's just that we started taking off and flying, and there's still 2 or 3 Seattle kids behind us, and it's like, that's not great. So yeah, we'll address that. That'll be a little bit better. But you got to give those players the freedom to play a little bit, and so that'll be fun because they can do things. So there'll be some give and take as we go.
Do one last question.
How is Jackson Jill's group acted in here?
We're just watching videos on our phone, 5 year boys.
Just didn't watch you guys do what?
go Bucks.
Oof.
What do you personally take away from this?
Great start. Having tomorrow off, that after party would have really sucked if we did pull that out.
Awesome. Thank you, Brian. Terrific list of you. Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Will close at midnight. We've got about an hour.
But yeah, I think, Brian and the coaching staff, they showed no panic. And when you have that, me as a player, I'm not panicking or anything out there. But it shows a lot about our group to come from behind and win like that.
Izzy Chumba hockey is we've seen the logo a lot on the ice, around the arena, etc. But what did it feel like looking out with the stands and seeing all those fans who were that way to honor best home victory?
Yeah, I think it was so special. I think even just like walking into the rink and seeing all the banners, seeing the center ice and seeing just our logo everywhere was a surreal moment. 'Cause obviously, I didn't have that before. I don't think anyone has. So I think it just is really cool to see how far women's hockey has come. And I think it's just so special to see all the little girls and all the fans supporting us and repping our logo.
Haley Salvian from The Athletic. Sarah, I know you would have spoken about this a bit in training camp, but similar to the last question, what does it mean to know Pacific Coliseum has the Goldeneyes logo at center ice? It's all over this building. Like, this is truly like a home of a women's pro hockey team. What has that meant to you in this team?
It's really everything. Getting to come support every day and seeing it all be about us is something that we've never, ever had before. I joked, like, throughout the training camp, like, every day there was some new sign or some new brand day somewhere in the arena. And to see it kind of slowly come together over this last week has been something so special. getting to see the Jumbotron, like just knowing that everything is ours. Like we are the priority. We've never, ever been a priority before, and the main priority. You know, we may be priority number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but to be number one is something that we've never experienced. And I think it's what's going to set the standard for the rest of the league, the rest of professional hockey in the future.
Carissa from CUC Sports.
It's such a professional atmosphere. Like I had a chance to walk around this morning. I was here for activation, and so I was walking around the concourse and seeing, you know, the team store, and like that's like the Goldeneye team store. Like I'd never ever experienced that, and so it just feels so professional. You know that when you walk into Pacific Coliseum, you're coming to see the Goldeneyes, and I think that that's something that's so special. And I think it's something that the fans have really, really embraced. And to see the amount of jerseys and merch in the stands, like. I took a second to just look around to the entire arena, and it just seemed like everybody had a piece of Goldeneyes merch, and we got a logo like 2 weeks ago, you know? And so I think that's no shade. That's no shade. But no, it was just, I can't even, it was so special. Like just seeing how we're embraced is just no words.
Hi, Jared Yeager from the Westman Center. So looking out at the crowd, you know, there were tons of young girls with signs saying future PWHL player. So how does it feel to now be their role models and help them along their journey to get where you are now?
Yeah, I mean, that's super special. I mean, for me, I specifically have younger siblings, so one that's a U12, so I think that's super cool that she's able to like look up to us and everyone. So.
Hi, Nicoletta Panos from the Hockey News. Fantastic winter. You guys really gritted it out. Going forward, what are things that you guys are looking to improve on as a team and really carry the momentum forward?
I think as a group, we can work on continuing to make the hard plays. I think today we tried to get in a little bit of run and gun, and against a team like Seattle, like they're good in transition, we're good in transition. It's who's going to transition the best, who's going to win hockey game. So I would say making the hard plays and then advancing the puck a little bit quicker, I think, in the D zone. I think we could clear that up for sure.
Addy, on Gabby's goal, did you hear her calling for it in that situation? That was a pretty nice blind pass.
Yeah, I don't think I heard her collide for it, and just thank God it worked. I saw her come into the middle. I just kind of like close rapid and like, oh, it's a turnover. But yeah, what she scored, I mean, it's so awesome playing with Gabby. And we're both from kind of Minnesota, Wisconsin-ish. So to be here on a team with her is a pretty cool story.
Got we have time for one more question?
Lachlan Irvin, Canucks Army. Hattie, you've had among the most shots on your team in this game. Obviously the overtime winner as well. What was it about this particular matchup in this game that fit your game so well?
Yeah, I mean, I think I play with, you know, awesome line mates and teammates all across the game. And, you know, anytime I get a chance to shoot it, I'm going to shoot it. I'm trying to, you know, switch my mentality from years I've learned from being in the league and, you know, just taking it to the net and taking the shot when I get it, because it is hard to get shots on net. So when I have the opportunity, I'm going to do that.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. You're back with head coach Brian Idalski.